every time I pull up at the let out, it's a spectacle.
Yo, welcome to another great episode of The Let Out, where we got some more great topics for you guys. You know what it is. We got this every week, so it's just a few more great topics. You know, I ain't gonna act like that's something new for the Let Out crew. Today, of course, you got me, your boy Chris, our girl Alicia.
What it do?
And my guy Will.
What's good?
Y'all see the new background?
Y'all see she finally up at the car, y'all. She done finally pulled up at the car. Don't worry. The Bentley coming back soon. We know it. It is. But what we talking about today though is specific to you know, let's talk about role reversals. Y'all know it's 2021. We always talk about how women are single, but you know, how about what does it look like when they take the initiative to go, you know, really strong after the man? They're the aggressors, they're the pursuers, and even so much so where they are the ones proposing to men. Let's talk about first off how we feel about that. Do we have any issues? Just kind of what are the thoughts?
Let me get y'all perspective first, and I'll see what y'all say.
Okay, cool.
I want to hear from a man perspective what y'all think about that.
All right. And then following that, I think we can kind of touch on, you know, how people look different. People kind of try to fix themselves up either when they're online or maybe even special occasions going out in public, but they don't truly look the way that you see them online and through the filters. And why would you want to look different from the way that you look online? And then you knowing somebody is eventually gonna see your ass in person and be like, this ain't that. Are you okay with that? Let's touch on that. And I'm pretty sure if all else fails, if we even make it through all these topics, you know, Will ain't never too far behind with dropping one of his random surprise topics on us.
Absolutely.
I want to know what y'all think about these damn bonnets too. This whole big
that too. Hey,
uproar about the women with the bonnets on. So I definitely got to get a male perspective. So
first and foremost, let's just kind of go ahead and merge all this shit together. The whole idea about women being the aggressor and going after what they want, yeah, it's kind of masculine energy. A lot of times dudes will see it that way, and if the woman's being the pursuer, they kind of just don't know how to act towards it. You know what I mean? Like, damn, I'm not used to being in with the shoe on the other foot. Like, what does that feel like? What does that look like? And it really just catch you off guard. You know what I'm saying? Really more so than anything, because you just don't know where your space is anymore. The whole masculine energy thing, you know, I'm not necessarily for it. But shit, I'm like, whatever floats your boat for the most part.
So you're saying like basically if it's cool with when you say floats your boat, are you talking about with the man in this situation or the woman in this situation, whatever floats her boat?
So first off, I would say because many other times women are the ones that are really pushing marriage. So if you want it so bad, take the initiative to ask for it then, because the reality of it is, at least you get to know, or you get to figure out at a certain point if that nigga want to marry your ass or not. If he didn't ask your ass,
and to me, that didn't ask your ass. That's it.
I mean, but shit. I mean, but the thing is, y'all be so stuck on rejection. Men feel that way too. They don't be wanting to be rejected. But I don't know. I'm really at a point where I kind of feel both ways about it. The optics of it, hell yeah, the optics of it do look funny as hell. Like when you in public and you see the woman down on one, the optics of the shit look funny. But if it's a conversation beforehand, I think if the woman's gonna do it at all, don't do it the traditional man way. And I think that's where you go wrong. Because I saw that, I don't know if it was y'all or if it was just something I saw online, but I feel like it was like, all right, after a woman proposed to a man, do you then take him home and eat his pussy? And celebrate. I thought that shit was fucking hilarious when I saw this.
It was.
But she can go many ways, man. So what y'all thoughts on that?
I'm with you, man. I think that if it may look awkward, but it's it only looks awkward because of how we've made it. When in actuality, to be honest with you, women have almost since day one asked men to marry them. It just has been not in this way to where you're switching the roles of being the visible aggressor, and verbally in the sense of you saying, please marry me or will you marry me? They've used other tactics to get you to marry them, which is still their
want. That's a great point. That's a great point.
Right. So it's not, they've always asked, but in a more sort of way of told or forced or through a stipulation or whatever. So it's always been the woman. However, it doesn't, to me, I think that a woman should ask a man to marry him. And the reason I say that, especially in this day and age, y'all know me, I'm so pro man in that sense. I'm pro man rights. I think that women, it's like when a man wants a woman, right? He tells her with no problem. Men are supposed to be not affectionate, but men are really more affectionate than women, honestly. But if you look at that, you can say, okay, well, if that's the case, and I don't mind asking you. It's not a problem for me. You the one that's trying to put up this facade for so long, like you don't want it. And then if you don't want it, you know what I'm saying? You want to say no or whatever. Like, women always want to be the one to control the situation. And I think that's the problem why they don't like proposing. So as you said before, it's the rejection part. Women are not built for rejection through history. They're just not.
I don't think that's.
No, y'all can't take rejection. That's a fucking fact.
Yeah, I'm ready to hear this woman perspective.
That's a fact. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I hear all y'all saying, well, fuck that shit. Ain't no way to go ring shopping. Oh, what are you looking for? I'm gonna look to propose to my man this weekend. Like, fuck that. No, I'm not.
Why not?
Ain't nothing cute about that. Ain't nothing sexy about that.
We're not trying to be cute. We're trying to be happy.
But honestly, if you gave a man an ultimatum to marry you, ain't that kind of like asking him to? No,
if he wanted to marry me, then that means that he would go ahead and he would get the proposal together. He would get the ring together. Most women, I'm not saying myself because I never was that little girl that dreamed about getting married. But a lot of women that do want to get married, they think about that dream proposal and how they want that to go. And to me, it's for a woman to get to the point to where she proposes to a man, she has gotten tired of waiting for him to go ahead and to step up and propose to her.
That's not true.
Or guilting him in a way to go ahead and to get married. Like you said, women go ahead and do all these other things to kind of usher, move it forward, drop hints. So I think that for a woman to get to that point, that means that she has waited a long time. This man had stepped up and done it. So now she's like, fuck this shit. I'm going to go ahead and put my pride aside.
No.
Take on this masculine energy
and propose to this man. Masculine energy. It's not masculine energy. Okay, I'll tell you what. Is it masculine energy? Is it masculine energy to fill out an application for a job that you want? Is it? Is it masculine energy to fill out a job or application for a job that you really want? Is that it's the same. And the reason I say that is if you're a go-getter and you know something that's going to make you happy and make your life complete and get you to where you're trying to be and you feel a certain way about this person, what's wrong with you going to get it?
Women now have to step up and be the man in the relationship and go ahead and propose.
Not being a man.
Well, she needs
to be a man.
I don't think it's being a man either. I think it's
not being a man.
That's being what you want.
That's all it is. It's look, I know what I want. I got a good man. What it is, I'm gonna tell you another problem. The problem is women are so afraid and so, I don't know if it's kryptonite. I don't know if it stings or burns, but they just don't want to tell a man that he's a good man. It's like it hurt right up under here. And
maybe they're not a man, or you don't have a good woman at home that's willing to tell you.
Like y'all don't. Because that's
That's
all it's
not-
doing. That's all it's
No.
doing. When you ask a man to marry you, that's what you're telling him. And that's the problem.
No.
When you ask a man versus
I'm
a
running
woman,
out of time.
a man
running
will ask a
out of
woman
By the way,
just
so
because he
let's-
loves her. Nah, a man will ask a woman to marry him because he loves her. A woman, if she asks a man, is because she knows.
That's because she putting his balls to the wall, and now he is forced to make a decision.
No,
One way.
you're thinking it, you're looking at it wrong.
Expression on those
Yeah.
men's faces when they get proposed to. Have you ever seen the expression on their face? It be slight disgust, but
You're
it's like,
looking at
man,
it wrong.
me.
No, it's
So-
it's not like disgust.
It's surprise.
It's actually
I'm
awe.
very-
No, it's awe. It's awe. It's like
Like, I
I
don't even think this happened.
disgust like
no, it's
God.
not happening. It's awe. It's like, oh my God, really? Like,
But,
you
but,
know what
but
I-
if anything, now it's like, well, damn, I do have to make a decision.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We've never been in those predicaments, so
Yeah,
it's gonna
because
feel
you
awkward.
usually control the situation. Damn, now I really do got to make a decision.
It's
Yay or nay.
awkward.
I'm straight.
It's
No.
awkward. It's
But
awkward.
that's,
and
I mean,
because-
why you straight on it is because I think another thing, you can't tell your homegirls and your other friends that it happened this storybook way that
What you
women
finna go
like to tell
on
each other.
boys? You finna go like, yeah, you know my girl proposed to me. Are you finna go bitch up and do that?
I
She
would.
got
I
me.
would.
Let me
I
show you the
would.
ring that she got
I
me. Like,
would.
that's really
I
what's
would.
gonna
No, I
Yeah.
would. I
happen,
would.
Man,
I
my
would.
lady, yeah,
I
man,
would.
my lady took me out, and you know what, she was like, she want to get married, man.
Why?
She
Why?
wanna get
why-
married. She a good woman. Why not? Why
Why?
not?
Why does?
Why
Why does?
she get-
Why does? Why does a man have to be? Why does a man have to
Had to
be
bitch up because he
like y'all
accepted it.
do? We talked about this in another episode. Why does a man have to be emasculated just because?
because she already
No, you're no. What you are is uber traditional, and what happens is you're not willing to change for something that you like. You like the way the system is, so you're not willing to change that part of the system. If it was another part of the system where the man did something that you normally did, you would be okay with it. You would
The
be
Bible-
okay with him helping doing certain stuff.
good thing. Find me, motherfucker, and propose to me if this is what you
Nah,
want.
for what? For what? I'm gonna
Yeah.
propose to you. I'm gonna propose to you to take care of you. That's crazy as shit. No, you propose to me to take care of you. Fuck you
No.
mean?
But
Fuck
yeah,
me.
like, hey,
You
but
want me
they
to
gonna
pay
say,
all the
that shit
bills,
definitely
give you
goes
all
both
this
ways.
shit, but you want me to you want me to ask you for this shit. You want me to ask you to give you all my shit. Think about that.
You
And-
think
Think about that shit.
And that's the thing. So that might be why he didn't ask your ass. He did think about it.
and that's cool. Then you know, I don't need to propose to you to go ahead and figure that shit out. We can discuss this at the house before I get out here and have to get on one knee and go ahead and propose to you.
So is that,
I-
but is
I'ma
that gonna
propose to
stop
you
you from
because
wanting
this
what
is
you
part
want?
of the
Is that gonna
storybook.
stop you from wanting what you want though?
This part of the
You said that?
storybook. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Is it
Chris.
gonna stop you from wanting what you want?
I mean, I personally, I feel like women go ahead and put too much emphasis on marriage and let stuff happen organically. Now, I don't think 10 years in the game, yeah, you should still be waiting like, oh, when I'm gonna get my ring.
It's organic.
10 years in,
Yeah.
It's organic.
whatever. When I think a man know if he wants to marry you, I would say within a year of being with you, 6 months
That's not
to a
true.
year.
That's not true.
I disagree.
That's not true. That's
I
not true.
disagree.
I've
Of course
seen,
you
I've
disagree.
seen
You're a
people
man.
have to go through some shit. T.I., Tiny. You got to, sometimes it happens. People got to go through some shit. When somebody sticks with you through some shit, that could be a deciding factor. Like, you
Nah,
know,
we don't know you. We don't know we gonna marry you in no year.
That's
we know
not true.
we know we're gonna keep smashing you in a year.
oh,
but it
know I enjoy your company.
That's it.
Yeah,
know
I
you
know
have-
I ain't ready for you to
I know
go
you-
right now.
I know that if we make it a couple more years, you might be the one.
If you fucking with a real one, I think you know within 6 months to a year. I just do.
That's my point. If
But-
it depends on their situation, but a lot of times you don't know because a lot of times
Motherfucker can put on a facade for 6 months to a year,
look,
goddamn.
shit, a
Y'all-
year.
Motherfucker, you might not even
She can
saw
hold a
without her
fart
real
for a
face.
year. She hold a fart for a year.
That's what I'm saying.
Shit,
You might
three-
you
they
can go 6
360
months, but we ain't even
They
seen your hair yet.
366. They
We ain't even seen your hair
366.
yet in
She
6 months.
shit farting. Nah, I'm just look. I'm gonna tell you something. At the end of the day, I think it's cool. I think it goes against the norm. And I think that what you're doing is you're going on your truth as opposed to everybody else's dream and facade. So what you're doing is living what makes you happy. And you're looking at it like, hey, I ain't got time for let nobody, no female, no other female come along and do this. I'm going to go for what I want.
Feel that fantasy or that dream for her if she has an idea of in her head of what her proposal.
Apparently she doesn't because she's proposing.
Because she got tired of your motherfucking ass.
Or maybe that's what she always envisioned. Shit, you don't know that.
Ain't no woman that ain't eating pussy envisioning proposing to a man.
I don't know if I can say
it's a reason why we talking.
I can't say a man dream about that. It's just some shit that they do.
Right. You can have a vision about a lot of shit, but then reality change your whole shit around.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like when you get in a situation like you got some women that will tell that have probably never envisioned being with another woman, but then when they got somewhere and went through life and then ended up happy with a woman, changed their whole shit. So that's what I'm saying. Like you can't just go by what somebody thought because that thought's implanted in your head, but reality has a way of setting in, and what's natural for you has a way of setting in and changing your shit the way it's gonna be.
Talking natural, that is not the natural order.
It is natural. What's natural is not what you've seen for 20 years.
Well, if we talking, do you really want to go down that natural road?
Man, no, not with me.
I don't think they want to go there because we've been talking about this monogamy. You must forgot about that.
Don't want to talk about that.
Keep that same energy for all that natural shit if you want to talk about
it. Stay on course.
But that natural shit don't work all the time.
I know you need Sylvia for this course. you ain't gonna make it on natural.
That's what I'm saying. Chill out.
You need Sylvia and Kim on this one. I'm telling you. Couple of more females.
You got to keep that same energy. You got to keep that same energy.
Fool. Now, what I just said is when it's beneficial, it's something that they want to keep it natural. But if it's in the system that they approve, it's okay. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What's the next topic?
So, I mean, I guess, but like like I was saying, the whole idea of that 6 months to a year shit. Honestly, in 6 months to a year, you might not even really know what a motherfucker look like. Talking about getting married, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Because you can get your ass online or something real quick. And you see somebody and they got the makeup on and this, that, and the other. And y'all get up and wear your hair for 6 months to well, I ain't gonna say a year. Hopefully you ain't wearing that shit for a year. But y'all can wear that shit for 6 months. Y'all ain't got burnt out on putting the makeup on every morning. Y'all can get away with that shit for a little while. In 6 months is nothing. Y'all know it's nothing. So that being said, why do women put on faces and bring themselves up to make people think that they're a standard that they're not really at? Like they don't really present the way that they wake up in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Let me do something that's unnatural right quick. To the defensive women, I'm going to go to the other side right quick and say men do it with money and cars and things like that. So we do kind of similar. We catfish just a different way. But go ahead, Alicia.
That's fact.
I just think that it's the extremes of it. I think that every woman has times when she may be going ahead and she's relaxing. She may pull that ponytail back, have her joggers on. You can still be simple and cute. I just think that maybe some of the examples that we're seeing online are drastic. Like they got this little TikTok challenge where this is what my husband thought he was marrying and this is what he got.
Oh, damn, I ain't seen that challenge.
Yeah, there is. It's a challenge going around. And so it's supposed to show the big drastic change between when the woman is not fixed up, hair not done, and when she's on 10. And to me, when I see that, I think that you should be able to clean up well. You should be able to look nice. Do I think that you should look like a whole totally different person? No. Now, I've seen where there is extreme differences because I'm no makeup artist, so I don't know how to go about hiding like the real dark circles and the blemishes. Like to me, your skin is important. The makeup can't look good if your skin not right underneath there anyway. But a lot of trade now to where you can go ahead and have a whole nother face up under that motherfucker and look totally different. But we live in an era where everyone wants to put on this air of perfection, especially when it's online. Because if I got people following me that I don't know, it's in another state, and ain't nobody I fuck with, and I'm cool with in my area, guess what? I can be a 10 all the time. You're never gonna see me. I can put on 15 filters and a face full of makeup, and you'll never know that I don't look nothing like that bitch right there.
But do you feel, but the thing is, do those same women feel some kind of way when somebody do see you in person? Matter of fact, you probably slick embarrassed. You hide. You don't even want to be seen.
I go on people's page, and every picture, not some, but every picture is extremely filtered to where it's like,
oh, definitely. I know folks like that. I follow.
And you be like,
for real. Yeah.
Some filters are cute, and I can see why you want to go ahead and kind of play with it. It's fun, but when it's every single picture,
Your ass hiding something, P.
All
of them, though, you hiding something.
The filters give you, it slims your nose, it contours your face, takes your pores away.
All that. All that shit.
Lips look full. And so when you used to taking pictures like that, and then you turn your regular camera on, and you like, damn, you be in shock too. Like, I don't look the same, bitch. You don't look like that. You do look
and that be the thing. I think that some people have fooled themselves. They don't realize that they don't look like that. I don't know if y'all remember that it's a I don't know if she's a comedian, she's an Instagram, whatever she is. She kind of young, but she be having that little doo-doo looking ponytail right at the top of her head.
I know you're talking about a little dark girl. Huh? A little dark girl. I forget her name.
Yeah. Exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And the dude came to her house and was looking at her pictures, and then she was like this. Talking about this was her. Yeah. And you look at her close enough, you were like, I guess it is, but man, motherfucker look completely different. And she plays on that fact that she knows she look hella different from when she's fixed up to when she just woke up in the morning. And that shit ain't cool.
Yeah, it's been happening a long time, man. I remember I tell you something.
Perfect.
I'll tell you something funny. I back in the day, you know, I know back in Memphis, they had, you know, I think every city had it, but we had our own in Memphis of those dating lines, the phone lines that we used to have back in the day, where it's like a dating line. You know, you remember those? Like you would call, and then they'd have like a section you could go to. It's like, hey, these are for, you know, women.
Yeah, I think it was called like City Chat or something like that. I think
right, it's kind of like Plenty of Fish, but it was like just on the phone. Me and my friend.
458-7605 if you want to chat.
Right, like that. But it was more so like, hey, my name is such and such. You know, I live in such and such. I'm 110 pounds, blah, blah, blah. So they would have to give like all of those dimensions, right? So you'd be like, okay, cool beans. So like a lot of times, you know, you would get like females, and it'd be funny because one time me and a guy I used to roll with back in the day, we played on the line or whatever. So one girl, she was like, hey, you know, y'all should come to my church. This is what I look like, yada, yada, yada. So we were like, okay, cool beans, we'll be there. You know, she said, hey, I'm gonna have my friend, yada, yada. So we got up, got dressed on that Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Young cats. We rolled out and get to the church. And she was like, you know, so she started describing like where she'd be at or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But we never saw her. But she saw us.
That description wasn't the same.
Right, because she didn't know, she didn't invite us to the church. She saw us, and she was like, hey, you know, yeah, that. So she was like, I see y'all, because I don't never see y'all, you know, any other Sunday, so it must be y'all. So we got ready to leave because we didn't see, you know, when church was, we didn't see
the description that
the
you
girl, right, from the description. So we got ready to leave. We saw a girl come out, and I was like, oh my God, dude, I hope that's not her. And it looked like the version of the girl that you was just talking about. That version, I mean, it looked like that, as opposed to looking like the girl that we got the whole story from, the way she looked in the picture. Because the way she described herself was fast, like fantastic. I was like, wow, we got that. She was, I'm not going to even just say bad things about her, but I'm just going to say that it was not that. And we got catfish. So It's been happening a long time, but I'm thinking like,
Oh,
girl,
your ass
don't you
a
know we was
dream.
like when we said we was coming to the church and we said we were serious about coming to the church, she called us on our phone. She was like, you know, cause when we left, we was like, oh no, she ain't the one. We left. She tried to call us back. She left us a message. She was like, no, don't leave, please, please. And I was like, nah, boo boo, you are not what we got on the phone. And she hit us up a few times, you know, begging us to come back or asking us. I ain't gonna say begging, but she was asking us to come back, and she wanted to talk to us. And you know, she was like, you know, your friend look nice, yada yada. So, but she catfished the hell out of us. So, and it happened a couple of times, and it's been happening. So it's like crazy that you got to know that we're gonna see you. And why would you set yourself up for that facade? Now I do know the true reason why. It's because you know the
Ain't
level,
nobody interested in that other shit.
like Mr. Samuel said, you know what level of man that you are supposed to be at, but you want another level of man that you're not fitted for. And whether that be
Exactly.
cosmetically,
Catfishing wasn't working, there'd be no way that the show has been on MTV as long as it has. It's because people do hide behind those screens.
they've
They
been
do
doing it.
profiles for years.
They've been doing it.
But how are people still falling for that shit? First, that's another question. How can you still fall for this shit?
I gotta work.
Because you don't know. You living on hope. It's the same way that you know what I'm saying, on anything. Like you keep trying because you like, man, maybe this the one. You keep, you know what I'm saying? Like you like, maybe, just maybe she looked like she say she looked, but you ain't using common sense to say,
man, it's been a
if she
whole
was
year
fine,
and
she
she ain't
wouldn't
let
be
me
on this
see.
dating site. That's how I look at you. I feel like if you fine, you wouldn't be on certain dating sites. Maybe like the most elite ones. But if you're on Plenty of Fish, bro, like what, like, and somebody telling you they look a certain way, why would you believe that? Because if that was the case, she wouldn't be on Plenty of Fish. Women don't have no trouble getting men. So why
Not
would
good
you need
looking.
Plenty of Fish? You can meet strangers like you meeting on Plenty of Fish. You meet strangers
Walk down the street.
at
You
the
can walk down
gas
the street and
station.
do that
Walking there,
shit.
that's what I'm saying. It don't make sense. It's just logic.
On dating men, like maybe let me try, since I can't meet a quality man in person. Let me try online. Let me see if
No, but not on Plenty of Fish though. That's what I'm
I
saying.
think those are passive candidates. I don't think ain't nobody serious on there.
That's what I'm saying.
Ain't nobody serious on there. That's smash and dash
See if I can
territory.
look up. It's like fish. That's why they call it Plenty of Fish.
Married from there also, so I don't know.
Well, if you say it, hey.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like you fishing for. Hopefully, I'll get the right one, and if it ain't,
throw it back.
Hey man, I'm just saying. So like, it's just the hope of it. Let's talk. I guess we got about 4 minutes, man. But
yeah, I mean, shoot. Even if we don't run, even if shit, we can flex the other way. Sometimes we can cut off before it cut us off.
No, we got buttons. We got buttons.
Buttons real quick.
But yeah. Oh yeah. But that's one thing for sure. Hey, especially I just came up at the airport. I ended up just making a quick flight over the weekend. And Monique was right. Like, man, can y'all cut that shit out? Why are y'all going out with bonnets and flip flops and walking around with you got your pillow, you got your ugly ass furry slippers on with your bonnet on. Like, come on, man. Like you said, and Charlemagne said something about this on the Breakfast Club because he brought it up too. There are and I think it was Charlemagne, and forgive me if it wasn't, but there is a certain group of people. You don't expect your top-notch, your accountants, your doctors, your lawyers, the people of a certain quality to come out like that. But I bet you expect your loud talking on the speakerphone in public, cussing motherfuckers out. It's a certain type of person that you know you are when you come out looking like that.
Or that we feel like you are either way.
Yeah, and perception, and people say, "Oh, I don't give a fuck what people think about me." That's a lie, man. Perception is everything.
That's a lie. If that's the case, when somebody says something about, like, I'm putting it to you like this: this is where you catch folks in lies. I don't care what people think about me, but when somebody disrespect you, you want to fight because you feel like somebody gonna think that you can be fucked with.
You was a hoe.
So exactly. At that point, you think you care about what people think.
Because you don't want nobody else to try it.
Cause you don't want nobody thinking you a punk, or you don't want nobody thinking this, or you don't want nobody thinking you a bitch, or whatever you want to call it. So they can kill that lie. There's not a soul on earth that at some point and somewhere that don't care about what somebody says about them. Kill that shit, bro. I don't give a fuck. I promise I get 10 less. Sound good, bro.
Sound good, bro. That's the thing, man. All that shit sound good. There's some people care more than others, and to different extents, but everybody gives a damn.
No, but you care.
Exactly.
You care. You care about what folks think. So you know what I'm saying? You might just look at it like I'm comfortable over what somebody says or feels about it. But if somebody looking at you strange because you got a bonnet, then if you don't give a fuck what nobody thinks about you, you shouldn't say shit, look strange back, or none of that. You should just carry on about your way. But typically people will do one of a few things. Either they're gonna ask you what the hell you looking at, get mad at you and cuss you out for looking at them, or they're gonna
you shouldn't give a damn. If you truly don't give a damn, you damn near not even notice.
That's a fact. Because you really don't care. There's not a soul. If you look at them and they got that shit on, they're gonna, especially us, it's gonna be like, fuck she looking at. Why does it matter since you don't give a fuck?
Fact. So
it's lies. I don't know why humans just continue to lie and try to fool themselves more than they fool others. But the truth of the matter is,
ponytail ladies, if you in a rush and your hair not done, just flick it back in a little ponytail.
Man,
I like the
can you
ponytail
do that?
though,
brush
man.
that shit back.
I like the ponytail. I'm okay with the ponytail as long as you do it right and you look presentable with the ponytail. I'm okay. I think it's awesome, to be honest.
And it gotta be bigger than this. If not, do some finger waves or something.
Was I down the middle? I saw it. Shit.
Yeah, it's a go-to. Everybody gotta have a go-to. You know what I'm saying? It's like when they ain't got no haircut. Hey,
ball, easy hat. There you go.
I'm gonna sport a hat. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody gotta have a go-to. Unfortunately, women don't have hats all the time and don't have that much access to them. So ponytail or slick it back, do something.
They have the hats now. They got the weave built in.
Every time I pull up at the let out, it's a spectacle.